Okay. All right. This this is a mess. If you guys are looking at the screen right now, this is the first thing I want to tackle and just get this out of the way. All right. If you haven't heard about this story, this little boy right here, his name is Eli Hart. This picture is of him and his father. Yes, sir. I'm off today and tomorrow. All right. That's what's up. That's what's happening. So this is a picture of he and his father. The reason why this story is such a mess is because, well, let me go ahead and show you this video right here.
Scholar, you have a right to speak this morning if you'd like. You don't have any obligation to speak, but if you'd like to choose to speak, now is the time to do it.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. Fuck you all. You're garbage. That's all, Your Honor.
Yo, yo. So I don't know if y'all just heard that, but let me tell you something. That young boy, Eli Hart, this is his mother. Okay? All right? This is his mom. Damn. yo, yo. No. B, that is nothing. Also, I like that mug. I'm gonna copy when I get to the crib. Oh no. It's two-sided too. You can't see the other side, but yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely that hey, do that. Most definitely. This woman is in court. The judge has just told her she's allowed to speak, have something to say about the way that the hearing went, etc. And let me play that back for you one more again. I need you to hear this and then understand what I'm about to tell you about this woman. This is insane.
Scholar, you have a right to speak this morning if you'd like. You don't have any obligation to speak, but if you'd like to choose to speak, now is the time to do it.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. Fuck you all. You're garbage. That's all, Your Honor.
Now I need you to see, this isn't funny at all, but I need you to see her lawyer's face next to her. Do you see this woman here? She just said, mm. That was that look of this bitch next to me. Somebody help. Somebody help me. Dead ass.
Miss Scholar, I don't know that that's appropriate here.
Sorry, I told you what somebody else can.
Sorry, I told you what somebody else can't. Again, the lawyer goes back to the same move because she is in pure disgust at this moment. Now,
What I would say is,
okay,
that seems to happen to parents is
that's all it is for this. Now, let me tell you what this woman did. This fucking sucks. So, the father here was actually fighting for full custody. Now, if you guys don't know how a lot of custody things go, and it depends on each and every state, but overwhelmingly, custody is given to the mother. As it was explained to me by quite a few people, and a really good friend of mine, my brother, you know what I'm saying. It was explained to me that typically there's two different things that you can fight for. One is living rights, and the other is decision rights. Now, in some states they have that, and in some states it is literally just flat out all decision and living. The father was fighting for full custody because that young lady that we just saw in the courtroom, who told the judge, fuck you, I'm innocent, you're all trash, was nuts, for lack of a better term. Well, there's a better term. I just prefer that one at this point because of, I'm telling you, this is sick. So she first decided to go ahead and make false claims against him, saying that he had been whipping her ass throughout her entire pregnancy, et cetera, et cetera. Then, when she had the child, she kept going along making the different claims, and the living arrangement became untenable for the young man because of the fact that, well, they were being looked into by CPS. Now, CPS, if you don't know what that is, that's Child Protective Services. I need you to remember that name, what that acronym stands for. Child Protective Services. They then find out she has a drug issue. She also has mental issues in the realm of schizophrenia. All right? The child is taken from the home, actually taken into a foster home, while the father is fighting for rights. Because, unlike the situations when it comes to a mother, dads have to fight really, really hard and go through a great deal of shit that most women will never have to go through in order to get the rights to their child. So as he's fighting to get his child, the child is in CPS, custody, state custody, in another home. In order for him to actually get custody of the child, they have to take the child from the home that he's in, place him back in the mother's home. Now, again, let me say this again. The mother has mental issues, schizophrenia being one of them. The second one, she has drug issues. Mind you, she was actually arrested for drug theft. Now, I don't know how you get caught stealing drugs, but, whatever. Everybody in that scenario should be up shit creek. And she has no stable living situation. But they gave the child back to her in order for the father to actually be able to get full custody. 10 days later, the little boy Eli was dead. I haven't watched this video right here, but let's take a quick look at it. And the way that it happened is absolutely disgusting.
A community is in mourning after the gruesome death of a 6-year-old little boy. Family members have identified the victim as Eli Hart, a kindergarten student at Shirley Hills Primary School in Mound. On Friday morning, his body was found in the trunk of a car after a traffic stop there.
Oh, so what? This is going to trip? Oh, that's all it was?
The community is in mourning.
That's all it was?
The gruesome.
Okay, well, since they're not going to explain it, let me go ahead and explain it. 6 years old, found in the trunk of, as they said, in the trunk of the car after a traffic stop. He had been shot at close range 9 times with a shotgun. She took her child, put him in the back seat of the car, took a shotgun, shot him 9 times, close range, then took his body, put him in the trunk, and proceeded to drive wherever she was going. Now, how do I even put this? A lot of people are going to look and say, "Oh, well, this is like mental health," and well. I have to say something here. First and fucking foremost, that child should never have been in their custody. This is a lack and absolute failing within the system in and of itself. They saw all of the red flags you could possibly see in an individual and then turned around and said, "Oh no, let's go ahead and put him back in the home with her while the father is trying to get custody." The father had a stable job, had good living conditions, did not have any of the red flags that she had, but Child Protective Services, it's in your name. It's in your fucking name. Child Protective Services decided that the best way to protect this child, instead of leaving him in the home with the family that he was with, was to give him back to his mother, who was a known liar, had severe mental disorders, hallucinations, schizophrenia, untenable living situation, as well as drug use. This was CPS's best route, I guess. Now, the one thing I want to kind of say is that maybe their hands were tied. Maybe the individuals who were handling his case had no choice but to do exactly that because of the laws. In that case, yeah, you have to give him back. But again, it just brings it back to the fact that the laws are fucking trash. The laws are asinine. There is a serious issue in the system. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but something like that, I would be livid as a father. Absolutely everyone would catch blame from me. I would want to, like, yo, I'm not even gonna say it because I'll fuck around and be the got banned for it. Yo, this is ridiculous. Too many times these types of scenarios come up where the mother should not just be given rights to the child. A lot of times, yes, the fathers, they'll quit in the middle of these cases. Other times, they just don't give a damn. But for someone who is actually fighting for the rights to maintain a relationship and to have custody of their son or their daughter, their children, they should be given that same equal opportunity that they give to mothers. Mothers' rights always, nearly always, overshine the right to a father. When in fact, the relationship between a mother and a father is what's absolutely necessary to help a child be raised in the right living conditions, to have a solid ground, solid foundation, all of that. But in this case, they were actually shown that this woman should not have her child, but yet they gave him to her, and he ends up dead in the most gruesome way 10 days later. Yes, feel free to let me know what you think about it. I mean, personally, it's something that absolutely disgusted me, and that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this right out the gate so I can get this taste out of my damn mouth. It's insane. Yeah.